get real-time Secretary of State data. So we offer real-time, as in whatever reflects on the Secretary of State, we are going to have it for you. We can even get screenshots. So that data will be there available as screenshots, documents where it's available, officers where it's available. We're gonna get all the data that you can get from the Secretary of State. We can get it. We have integrations into all 51 states. And when a business registers, when they start, they have to register their business. And the Secretary of State tracks things, especially, this is what most people want, is things like the status, like is the business in good standing? And this is to help them assess risk. The big things they're looking for are fraud. Is this business real or is it not real? We went through and we did a research project where we wanted to find all the different statuses that exist with the Secretary of State. We found 402 different statuses in all 50 states. This is kind of a big deal. Let's say that you, as the savvy commercial underwriter you are underwriting a business for a commercial loan, and you see the status come back from the Secretary of State as suspended. What does that mean? Is that a concern? Should you hold off on this loan when everything else looks great? Well, we're going to talk about this more in this video. So it's really important that you understand the different statuses that each Secretary of State provides and what they mean. Today, we're going to walk through the statuses specific to a certain state. Oklahoma's 8 business entity statuses you need to know. Number 1, legal in use. This status indicates that the business name or trademark is currently in active use and registered under state law, fully compliant with all filing requirements. For lenders, this status suggests a business is operational and compliant, potentially indicating a lower risk profile, though further financial assessment is still necessary. Let's proceed to number 2, legal inactive. This status signifies that the business name or trademark is no longer in active use. It may not be dissolved, but is not currently engaged in business activities, or the name is not being used commercially. Lenders should exercise caution with inactive businesses, as this status may indicate financial difficulties or a pause in operations, potentially increasing lending risk. Number 3, legal expired. This status means that the registration for the business name or trademark has expired due to the entity not renewing it within the required timeframe. For lenders, an expired status raises red flags about the business's compliance and potentially its financial health, warranting careful scrutiny in lending decisions. Let's proceed to number 4, trade name active. This status indicates that the trade name, also known as a doing business as or DBA name, is currently active and legally registered in use by the business entity. While an active trade name suggests ongoing business operations, lenders should verify that this aligns with the primary business entity's status and financial standing. Number 5, legal former. This status is used when a business name or trademark was previously in use but has since been changed or abandoned. The entity continues under a new name or registration. Lenders should investigate the reasons for the name change and ensure continuity of operations and financial stability under the new entity. Let's proceed to number 6, trade name withdrawn. This status means that the trade name registration has been formally withdrawn, either voluntarily by the business entity or due to compliance failures. For lenders, a withdrawn trade name may signal changes in business strategy or potential compliance issues, necessitating a thorough review of the business's current operational and financial status. Number 7, trade name transferred. This status indicates that the rights to use a trade name have been transferred from one entity to another through a legal process of assignment or sale. Lenders should carefully assess the implications of this transfer on the business's operations, ownership structure, and financial obligations to understand potential risks or opportunities. Number 8, fictitious expired. Similar to legal expired, this status refers to a fictitious business name or DBA that has not been renewed by the deadline and therefore its registration has lapsed. An expired fictitious name may indicate oversight in compliance or potential changes in business operations, prompting lenders to investigate the current status of the business and its financial health before making lending decisions. All right, let's look at an example if we wanted to do something like this and kind of how Cobalt Intelligence can help you with this. This right here is an example using this API. Now, Cobalt Intelligence is an API first, where the idea is that you can get all this data via API and get it integrated right into your system. Let's say you search for this business, 109 Franklin RC in California. So we're gonna hit send, and this is what we get back. Now, the status is suspended FTB, and this right here, specifically for California, is the Franchise Tax Board, which means it's delinquent with its taxes in California. Not enough to be terminated, but enough to put it in suspension. So this is somewhat of a risk here. Now, this could be hard to go through because, like we said, there's 402 different statuses out there. So what you can do is use this normalized status, where we go through and interpret these things, and we mark it as inactive. And we're gonna and put those as two different options. It's either going to be active or it's going to be inactive. And so then you can programmatically, as you integrate this into your API, and as this is processing through your software, you're going to get a feedback that says, hey, this business is active or inactive and may prompt further note. So it can kind of take it down certain paths. Now, if I was building this, I would use that as, like I said, a programmatic decision maker and put it in the, oh, this needs questioning right here. If it's inactive, I'm going to automatically put this in stipulations where someone's going to have to go and follow up further. And then you can display this string of suspended FTB, and then your underwriters could go through and check it and say, okay, this is something we need to dig further into, and this, or maybe not, or maybe we just decline the file altogether. I hope this has been helpful for you to see how these different statuses in the state can really vary and how it can be different for you and impact your business. I invite you to try the Secretary of State API. We have a free trial that it comes with, so you can go ahead and try it out. We also offer paid pilots, so you can try out a big number of searches and see really if the data is something that can be helpful for you. I'm Jordan Hansen. If this has been helpful at all, hit that like and subscribe button. We will help you out with what you're trying to do. Thank you.